anything in your life that comes up in your life and it tends to get you upset and it gets you worried, it is called trouble. Am I going to live? Is the marriage going to work? Am I getting repossessed? Do I have cancer? Am I a diabetic because I've been using the bathroom? I feel a certain way in my body. Something's not right. How do you know that one day that trouble gonna come knocking at your door? It ain't how you entertain trouble. It's what you do when trouble shows up. Sometimes you got to look trouble dead in the eye. You got to tell your big trouble how big your God is. You can deal with troubles until they become trials in our life. This woman dealt with the fact that she's no longer have a husband. She's dealing with the fact that she can no longer have children. And she's dealing with the fact that she have an issue that will not stop. And what trials is, trials are tests of your endurance. In other words, a trial, how far can I stretch you without your burden? How far can you be stretched without you saying, I give up? How far can you take the pain? How long? How much? In other words, how much of this can you take before you break, before you crack, before you give up, before you commit suicide? How much endurance do you have to go through your troubles and your trials? How long can you take it? The Bible said that she went through this for 12 long years of bleeding, of being lonely, being going from doctor to doctor, not having nobody come over and say, girl, how you doing? Girl, is there anything that I can do for you? Because in those days and time, you was not supposed to come out in public in that type of manner because you was deemed unclean. Can you imagine that? Every time that she got ready to go out to the doctor, she's bleeding, therefore everybody's yelling at her, unclean, unclean. Not only is she dealing with the situation of her body, but she's dealing with the situation of her peers and her people and her family, and her endurance is growing longer, stretching is about to break. I can imagine her saying, I might as well just sit here, bleed, and die because I'm not getting any better and I'm starting to get lonely. Any of y'all ever been to the point in your life where it seems like ain't nothing going right? It seems like when you walk out, people looking at you like they know what's going on in your life. It seems like you're not even transparent anymore, that they start to just see exactly what you're dealing with. They start to see the issues that you're struggling with. They start to see the things that you're fighting in your life. And it seems like you don't even want to hold your head up because you hate to make eye contact with somebody, because sometimes if you make eye contact, that means you got to go over and talk because I don't even feel like talking. I don't even want to deal with nobody. That's why I'm just going to walk with my head down. I don't want nobody to see me, and I don't want to see nobody because my trouble and my trials has got me stressed out. It got me pulling my hair in my head. It got me crying in the midnight hour. It got me feeling like I just want to tell God, take me right now. It's hard to deal with the troubles and trials in 1 week. But can you imagine 12 long years? Just imagine how much time, how much money, enduring being sick and taken advantage of. Does your issue test the strength of your endurance? So listen. Writing says, I'm trying not to break down. The songwriter said, I'm trying my best to hold myself up. I'm trying my best to dress up and look good. The songwriter said, I'm trying not to break down, because if anybody mention anything about sickness, it gonna make me break down. If you mention anything about going through, it gonna make me cry. back because I'm sick and tired of going through the same thing day in and day out. God, I'm ready. I just need you. Oh, I need a touch. Because my test and my trials and now I'm finna go through some tribulation. Now I went through my troubles and I went through my trial and tested my endurance. Now I'm finna manifest into tribulations. Listen, I'm smiling on the outside while crying on the inside. Anybody ever felt like that? On the outside, you just smiling because you don't want to tell nobody what's going on in your life. You don't want people to know about your situation. But on the inside, it feels like you're about to drown off your tears because you're so hurt from everyday trouble, trials, and now you're facing tribulations. Can you imagine her being stuck in the house? Only time that she go out is to see the doctor, and as she walking, people are saying unclean, unclean. Not being able to go to church and give God praise. Not being able to go up and touch the priest because if you was unclean, you could not just go up and touch the man of God because it was not right for you to do. Can you imagine her wanting to go to church, wanting to get in the presence of God, wanting to move with God, wanting to be healed, wanting to be accepted in the church, wanting folks to tell her, come on in, don't worry about your problem, though your sin may be scarlet, that God will wash you whiter than snow. She was looking for somebody to give her some encouragement that everything is going to be all right. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Can you imagine? I can only imagine. Nothing being held or concealed because she was deemed unclean. Now she's dealing with troubles that had progressed into trials, and all due to the fact that she can't stop her tribulation. What is a tribulation, preacher? Tribulation, fact that she cannot stop the tribulation going to do, which is the fact that her issue is about to lead to her bankruptcy and eventually her death. Tribulations. If you take trouble, trials, and tribulation and put the three together in one sentence or one individual, you will have to make someone feel worried about a test of their endurance while causing great trouble and suffering. Great trouble and suffering, those are what you call tribulation. That when the problem that you're going through now, it causes you to suffer. It causes you to feel like, God, why have you forsaken me? God, why have you turned your back on me? The more it seems like I pray to God, the more it seems like the heat is turning up. I cannot no longer survive because my trouble, trials, and tribulation is got me about to lose my mind. 12 years have I suffered. 12 years nobody came to my rescue. 12 years anybody in here can imagine what she went through. And the worst thing that when people go through is that the people that should be there for them talking about them. He said, the songwriter said, it's like pouring water on a drowning man. Instead of you can sympathize, instead of you can say, I understand. Instead of you saying that, I know that she's going to the doctor. She might need a ride. She might need some money. I know that she got more children, that she got money, and I got more food over here. Is there anything that I can do to help you, girl? I heard about what you're going through. I heard about what you need. I heard about where you're at in your life. But I come to help you because I am my brother's keeper. And I want to make sure that if you remember with me every over, if you're going through, I'm going through. If I got what you need, I'm going to give you exactly what you need. Anybody need a touch? I need a touch. Because these troubles and these trials and these tribulations church is causing me to lose my mind. But I come to tell you today, baby, that the Bible said that Jesus is coming to town and he's on his way. And I just need to get to Jesus. I just need to get to Jesus. There is there's a plane. There's a news flash. And it coming across the TV screen. There's a bulletin that said, Jesus is on his way to town. And the woman got the news and she said, oh my God, is this the man that I heard about that gave sight to the blind, that opened up deaf ears, that made the lame man walk, and made the dumb man talk? Is this the man that raised Lazarus from the dead? Surely all I got to do is just touch. For the first time in her life, she's starting to see hope for her dying situation, because she's looking at the fact that even if I don't make it in front of Jesus, all I got to do is just touch but the heel of his garment. Jesus. Since the devil is testing my endurance, my Bible tells me in 2 Timothy 2 verse 3-4 said, therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Jesus Christ. No man that worketh entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who has chosen him to be a soldier. In other words, there are some things that I go through in my life that I was already deemed to go through, because Jesus said, I gave you the way of escape. Yes, you can overcome what you're going through. But the problem with a lot of us here, we want every day